Hey guys, figured it'd be time to do a bench talk. I got a little bit of wrenching to do, and there are two unboxings to do. Kind of let the cat out of the bag right away on that. Otherwise, I'd be trying to mentally skirt around it the entire video. So right now, I got my two 6x6s on the bench. The other day, out just bashing around in the front here with Brad, Bushman 613. I think his full name is Bushman 613. I could be wrong. Anywho, Brad was here. And we're just bashing around with the trail trucks out in the front. And I'm petting Molly, just in case you're wondering what I'm doing with my hands right now. I'm scratching Molly's face. I'll scratch your face, bitch. I'll scratch your face, bitch. Anywho, I'm pretty sure I spun a tire, or I spun a wheel. They're supposed to spin, but see how it clunks? I'm assuming that the metal hex has spun inside of the plastic wheel. So I'm going to get these off. I'm going to try and get the tires off of the axial 6x6, which is a custom made from an SEX 10-1. That thing's getting pretty old now too, but she's facing retirement, I'm pretty sure. So the center diff is gone. The center diff is gone in the axial 6x6. I need the electronics out of it for one of the other bashing basher I picked up. Yeah. The wheel is done. You guys can probably see that. She's all rounded out on the inside there. Kind of sad, because I like having matching wheels on stuff. So, yeah. So let me get all these tires off. I'm going to get all the tires off of the other 6x6. And I'll talk about it as I'm working on that. Alright, give me some time. Okay, so I figured I'd do a little bit of yakking while I got this thing on the bench. So yeah, it's pretty much in retirement mode because it's an SEX 10 Gen 1. The center diff is gone. I can't find gears for the thing anymore. And maybe the truck has run its course. Maybe it is time to move on. I'm okay with that because I do love 6x6s and I just like owning 6x6s, I guess. But this truck can totally be turned into a trail truck again. I just have to basically remove that axle, move that axle to that position, lose all the rest of this stuff, and it's a 4x4 again. Get a body on it, and she's good to go. But I'm going to try and get these tires off. Well, I am going to get these tires off. I'm going to see if I can get them to mount onto the TRX6. I think I tried this before, and it was a no-go for some reason. I can't remember why. So maybe these are pin, but they're plastic. They got metal hubs. Maybe they're hub. I hope if they're hub style, they should go on. If they're not, I might have to come up with a different plan. But, oh, that motor is seized. Oh, there she goes. Might need a little of the W. That motor's a little rough too. But that motor's going into one of the unboxings I got to do, which is sitting over there. I might get that done today. And then I have another unboxing to do. Kind of 1.5, maybe you could say, on another one. And then I have a bag of goodies to open up to go into a truck, which I'm 99% sure I've decided on what truck they're going into. And you guys would probably agree with me on the choice that I've chosen for the upgrades. Alright, so yeah, I called this truck Totem way back in the day. I didn't use the name very often in videos or in titles or anything like that, but Totem was the one that eats maw. Because back in the day, this was a dual DeWalt brush system. And it was decently efficient for like a 9-pound truck or whatever it weighs to get it out there and get the job done. But yeah, maybe her time has come. Alright, back to work. Done talking. Or maybe I could, well, can I do this and talk to you? Let's pull one tire and see if I'm running hexes or not. Come on. There. Nope, pin style. Shit. That means they're not going on the 6x6, which the only option I got for the Traxxas then is to put the original stock tires back on, which are a decent size, but they're not very sticky. They're not very good winter tires. And that's what that truck's main purpose is. Well, not main purpose, but it usually excels in the winter quite well, but with the stock tires, I imagine it's not going to go as well. So I guess these can stay on here for now. Or should they go into the big bag of tires? Because I have a massive, like a hockey bag down on the floor here that's full of tires. These are the ones off the TRX6 where only 5 out of the 6 are good now. So it's basically become a set of 4 and a spare. The other one could be used for looks as a spare, but it wouldn't be functional because the hex is gone out of it. But yeah, we'll leave these on here for now. So I'll rip the electronics out of there, And then we're going to take a look. We'll get the Traxxas back onto the bench again. And we're going to look at two things on there. I'll fix the tire issue by putting the tires back on it that came on it. I should be able to find them all. I'm pretty sure I never gave any of them away or anything like that. Alright. Electronics. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pull the electronics out of here and move on to the next thing. It's got underglow on it too. 2 sets. Does anything else need underglow right now? I don't think so. But it's nice to know I got 2 more strips of underglow. Too bad, old truck. You were fun while you lasted. Maybe get revived one day. If I had hordes of money in, or maybe an amazing sponsorship from Traxxas, I would put a set of TRX6 axles under here right away. Or even get all the axles and then get all the portal delete kits we were talking about on a live stream the other night. I think the boys were saying they were by SSD, but they have them at 110 Hobbies here, just outside of where I live in a town called Pembroke. A guy named Paul runs the show, I believe, there. And yeah, he's got them on the wall. So even if you had Traxxas portals right now and you wanted to change them out to straight axles, go see Paul, because he's got them. Alright. Time to get that stuff out of here and we'll get the Traxxas back up here again. So, stock tires back on. Happy and sad about it, because size-wise, they're just a touch smaller than... You guys can't see that. They're just a touch smaller than what I did have on there. It's very difficult to tell in the video, but these are nice and sticky and soft. Like, even right now, you hear the squeak on them. They're a couple of years old. They've barely dulled at all. They still look pretty sharp and new. They're a great tire. It just sucks I have to buy new wheels. 6 of the friggin' things. But this thing's going again. But if you've seen a few videos lately on this thing, or for a long time, the rear diff will keep popping out of lock, but that one will stay in. So it's just a minute bit of adjustment. I'm hoping the body doesn't come off. The body does about that. Forgot batteries were in here. A light battery. Yeah, so it's this. You guys can't see any of this. It's basically me just babbling, but it's this one servo. They're all not operating. Like, I just have to hold it in place a little bit, and then yeah, and then it's fine. But it'll pop out of there again. I think I just figured out how to fix it. Okay, hold on. So basically, maybe in zoom. Yeah, so there's the 2 servos for the front locking, and then the one servo does both of the rear diffs. I'm just going to zip tie those 2 together so they stay locked. That's all I'm going to do is zip tie those around, or maybe a piece of wire or something. That should hold it together, right? Let's hope so. Hopefully you guys didn't mind the mess. I can barely see the little screen beside the camera, but I'm just noticing all the junk. Yeah, I'm in a little shed. There's not a lot of room for stuff. And I'm not the most organized person in the world. But yeah, that's about it. So this is the motor I stole out of the other 6x6. So yeah, original tires are back on. I believe I've solved the problem of the rear diff coming unlocked. I might speed it up a little bit just so I can get more wheel speed out of the stock tires, but we'll see how it goes on the next snow run. It's kind of damp out today, like it's just above 0 degrees Celsius, so that'd be minus 20, minus high 20s for the boys down under in the United States. But yeah, so he should be good to go now. I'm just a little sad I lost one of my favorite tires. But anywho, I gotta let that go. But this motor doesn't feel good at all, so I'm pretty sure it's caked up with swamp mud, because that's where that thing usually went. I love burying the 6x6s and stuff that should stop a normal vehicle. So, we're just going to crack it open and have a look inside to see how bad it is. Molly's right beside my chair, and it has wheels. I don't want to run her over. That'll make a loud noise, and I'll feel guilty for days. Let's see, is that a 2.5? It is. Oh, that's a tight screw. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. And again, you might be thinking to yourselves, whoa, what's that motor for again? I haven't told you yet, because I haven't unboxed it yet. I think that's what I'm going to do next, because I have, obviously it's a 110, so I can't really hide that fact, because it's a 110 setup. I haven't unboxed it yet. I might do that. I'm repeating myself, I know, because I don't have a plan when I do these kind of things. I just kind of have an idea in my mind and I try and get there as smooth as I can. It's usually not. But yeah, this thing's going to go into that. I also have another one I want to open and show you guys, which none of the stuff is brand new, so don't go thinking I got myself a TRX high lift F-150 Ranger, which is at the top of my list now. Like the Honcho, 1.6 Honcho from Axial, the orange one. I fell in love with that when that thing came out. I still want one, but the Axial is now, or the that Traxxas high lift or whatever you want to call it, is now top of the list, because that is gorgeous. And plus, all the work is done for you in the sense of lifting it, because that's what most of us do anyways when we get the trucks, is make them a little bit bigger, get a little bit bigger tire on them, improve our traction any way, shape, or form. Okay, she's going. I didn't clean it. I went against my own thing. I always say to clean out screws that have been in dirt before you start wrenching, just to make sure the screwdriver is seated in there as good as possible, or bit, or whatever you want to call it. The driver. Itty bitty screws, don't let them fly across the room. 'Cause I don't know about you guys, but I would never find it again. Okay, I got all 3 screws out. I think I've had this motor apart before, because I can see tool marks around the screws. It's either that or the guys who built it have had it apart. Oh, the motor itself. It's a Castle Slate. This one is the 2850 kV, which is going to be a great basher motor for the truck I got. Come on now. Come apart. Oh, I got her moving. I have to take that pinion off. Uh-oh. Okay, got the pinion off. Don't think that's going back on, because that was a 9-tooth. Come on. Okay. Partially apart. Alright. A little bit of light hammering with a tool. Alright. That doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to in there. She's rusty. I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but there are some rusty walls. A little closer. Yeah, there's rust all over this thing. Alright. We're going to use some abnormal ways of cleaning this. Hold on. Okay, so I know there's proper cleaners out there to do this, but you can see just me using my thumb to rub around on the commutator, I think they call this thing. The rust is magnetically attracted to the metal of the piece you're trying to get the rust off of, so I'm thinking something damp has to be the key to clean that up, and it seems to be working. So I'm just using a Johnson baby wipe. Some of you may be thinking, Lyle, why do you have baby wipes? You don't have a baby. Mind your business. When you're living off grid, baby wipes make a nice little face cloth, or maybe a quick rub down to freshen yourself up before you do or go somewhere. Do somewhere? Yeah. So that gets most of the rust off that. It looks a lot better. Might be time for a new motor, or I don't know if they make rebuild kits for the Slate series. I heard before someone tell me that they don't anymore, but I don't know. It's just 2 bearings. What's the big deal? Well, that's all I want right now. 2 bearings. That'd be nice. So just ran the baby wipe inside the commutator. I can see that it's definitely cleaner than when I took it apart. Not that I've done a lot. Then I'm just gonna give both the bearings some WD. There's a bushing there. We'll give that guy a shot. Just a little bit of a bubbling. And then down in the end of this one, make her live just a little bit longer, eh boys? Oh, it feels 1,000 times better already just with a little bit of WD. But I've cleaned the rust out. That should help out a lot. Because she was seized up when it was sitting in the other truck. That went together nicely. This should as well for... Should be no reason why it doesn't. Oh. Feels like a new friggin' motor. Alright, so that's about it for that. Unseasoned brushless motor. A little bit more of a bench tinkering. And while I'm here, a few weeks ago, an RC, or the RC world lost a good RC man. Brett Shea, AZ Frog, he's down in Arizona there, passed away due to cancer. He was one of those guys that if I was having like a mental battle, which I've had a couple over the last couple of years with life not exactly going to plan, he'd be one of the guys I could call at 11 at night or 2 in the morning and like, hey man, can we text or talk? Or sometimes we'd even get on a Zoom call. And just a good-hearted, good person. He was a good man, like a good friend. Gonna miss you, Brett. Sorry you had to go so soon. But, yeah, and my best to his wife. He leaves behind his wife. Good woman as well. She messaged me to let me know that Brett had passed after he did. And you don't know what to say, and it happens more and more as you get older. Like, it's gonna frickin' get us all eventually, right? Yeah. For Brett Shea. And as for getting back to talking about RCs, so that's gonna be about it for the bench talk then. Yeah. So I got the motor out. The ESC is just fine. I shouldn't need to change anything for that. The thing that I got is an RTR, so it does have electronics in it. I'm gonna run it just as a test with those stock electronics in it. And then this system's going to go in it because I want something that'll fly. And a brushed motor sometimes is good in a stock system. Like I've had that, like the Sen F450, it came with a brushed motor. I forget the term, probably like a 12 or a 14. It went pretty good. Brushless was better. And then that Volcano 16 from Red Cat. That thing's a lot of fun. And it's a brushed motor. And that's probably one of the most... Oh yeah, that's beauty. Excuse me. That's one of the most impressive RCs I've seen for a stock brush system. But they're pretty fun. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a bench talk. I'll get this up on the air. And I'm going to do some more recording. I'm going to do... Actually, you guys tell me. I'll give you guys a couple days. I'll read the comments. I don't usually go fishing for comments, but maybe on this one I will. I got 2 unboxings to do. One's a 1/10 and the other one's not. And then I got a little baggie full of parts to upgrade a truck. And I'm 99% sure what truck it's going to go on. But I'm going to let you guys decide that as well. So maybe you guys throw it down in the comment. What video you guys want to see first? Do you want to see the 110, the one that's not a 110, or the bag of goodies that I got to fix up a vehicle? And to give you guys a hint about the fixing up of a vehicle, the bag came from Tony of CCRC or CCXRC. Tony, you guys all know Tony. Yeah. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.